Okay, this is a laying hen pullet, and she's only probably 8 weeks of age. Now don't expect to see any damage on this, but just to show you a bird of a different age. So here are her tail feathers. They're still quite underdeveloped, but you can actually see on this one we just got a bit of chewing happening. Very minor, but it's a little bit of damage. And that's the only one, I think. So this is a judgment call. You might want to say, on the basis of only one feather being damaged, you might just want to give it a score of 0, because really her feathers are in very good condition. And maybe one feather isn't enough to give it a score of 1. And have a look at her wing feathers. And again, they're in great shape. They're all intact, and even the tips of her wing feathers are in very good shape. No chew marks at all. Look at her other wing. Same thing, all the tips are in really good shape, no chewing at all nice and intact, and all the tops of the wings, there's no pecking, all her feathers look intact, no bald spots. If I look down her back, same thing, all the feathers are nice and smooth, they're sitting nicely, I don't have any big white gaps like that, everything lies flat, and she looks nice and uniform, so I'd give her a score of 0 for her back. Looking at her belly, again nice and fuzzy, nice and fluffy, nothing appears to be missing, I'd give that a score of 0. And then finally, I'm just going to turn this little, just like that. Just going to score the neck. So the neck looks absolutely fine, no pecking. I should say here while we're doing the video, if you find pecking damage to the comb of a young bird or a bigger bird, that isn't feather pecking, that's aggressive pecking. And if you see it, you might want to make a record of it and look at the number of scabs on the comb, but it's not feather pecking. So the final score is to look at the neck and breast of the bird, and this looks great, as you would expect in a young bird. It's all intact, no signs of anything out of place. I've probably ruffled her feathers a bit, but nice and smooth. So a perfect bird.